everyone, thanks so much for stopping by today. We're going to be checking out the Sopapilla Hand Pies from Magnolia Cookbook Volume Number 3. What is a Sopapilla Hand Pie? We're about to learn that because I've never made one. I've never tried one before in my life, so I am pumped to try this out. It sounds delicious with some dough and some cream cheese filling, so let's get this party started. We have everything here, so let's do this. All right, so our first step to make our sopapillas is to make the dough. So I have 2 cups of flour here. I'm gonna add in some sugar, some kosher salt, and I'm first gonna just sift this together real fast before we cut up some of our butter. And then we're gonna put that into our flour mixture. So first, let's chop this up into nice little cubes. That way we can mush this together in our flour mixture. I'm actually gonna make them a little bit smaller because I won't be using a pastry blender. I'm actually gonna use my hands. It's my preferred way. So the smaller the better. And this is ice cold butter. We did not leave this out. So, all right. 2 sticks, 1 stick down, 1 to go. Okay. All right, let's put this into our flour mixture. We're not going to use the whisker. And I'm just going to crumble this all together. We want it to be kind of like pea-sized, but anywhere around pea is fine. Pea-sized. Okay. Note, I did wash my hands before doing this, so they are clean. Did not pet the dogs or anything, so gives my hands a nice workout. This recipe is a little similar to the strawberry hand pies that we made, if you watched that. So that seems like a lot of the similar steps, only the difference here is the mixture in the middle. So the filling for this is cream cheese, sugar, and vanilla extract. And there is a glaze that goes on top of this, so kind of feels like I've done this before. It's because we have. All right, we're almost done. Our next step is to make a little bit of a well in this flour mixture with the butter, and we're gonna put in our milk and our 1 egg. We're gonna whisk that together with our fork real fast, and then we're gonna start combining it with the flour. So, a couple more seconds and we will be ready. Okay, I think we're good to go. All right, so we have our nice little well right there. I'm gonna put our milk in, our 1 egg. Okay, and I'm going to use this fork and mix it together and slowly start to bring in the rest of the flour mixture. We had some rogue butter here. I'm just gonna add them in here, not a big deal. We'll just mush it together with the rest of it. And now that it's starting to become a little doughy, I'm gonna start using my hands and start kneading this into a dough. Once this becomes a little more structured, we'll put it onto our cutting board, maybe. Start kneading. Okay. All right. Just quickly knead this. We don't need to go crazy. And now I just want to kind of pat this into a rectangle. Doesn't need to be too certain thickness. And we're gonna wrap this. Oh, I need a little flour on here, don't I? Look at that. Okay. I am going to put some flour down, then I'm going to knead this because we need to put this into a rectangle. Actually, it should be okay. Just like this. Okay. So it's rectangle-ish, right? Okay. So we're gonna put this in the refrigerator for about 1 hour in saran wrap. So I actually have that right here with my messy hands. I'm gonna rinse off my hands, then we'll be able to put this in saran wrap and we'll throw this in the fridge for 1 hour. Okay, so my hands are washed and I have my saran wrap right here. So we're gonna take our rectangle, we're gonna throw this in our saran wrap. Whoops. Uh-oh, what did I do? There we go. Well, a little short. Oh, Abby. All right. One little piece. We're gonna throw this in the fridge for 1 hour, and in the meantime, we're gonna make our filling. Okay, let me move this mess out of the way. And we will go right to our small bowl with our cream cheese, which has been room temperature. This is important because if you don't have this room temp, you're not gonna be able to push all this stuff together. And so we have our cream cheese, sugar, and vanilla extract. And now we're just gonna stir this together. Maybe I should have had a bigger bowl, I don't know. I've never stirred together sugar and cream cheese before, so this is interesting. But you can't go wrong with the cream cheese filling, so, and all the sugar. I mean, a lot of sugar here. So, I'm sure it'll taste amazing. Alrighty, so we have our filling completely mixed, ready to go. We still have to wait an hour for our dough to be done, and then we'll start cutting them up and making them into little rectangles and then stuffing them with our filling. So, see you in an hour. All right, guys, it's time to roll out our dough to make these hand pies. So it's been chilling for about an hour, probably more, but ooh, let's go. It's really hard now, but we'll get through it. And we need this to be 12 by 16. Good thing I have my measurements here. I don't need the tape ruler anymore. So the measuring tape, I've advanced. Okay, let's see where we're at so I can have an idea. So we're very off still. Well, not that off. Just about 12. And this side is about 14, so a little bit more. I'm gonna try to make this as much into a rectangle as possible. These sides need to come together. From here, we're going to use our pizza cutter to cut this into 16 pieces. And you know what? I am just going to try to, yes, I am making this more into a rectangle. That way we get this right. like this way better. All right, let's see how I did with my measurements here. So we have, you know what, before I do that, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit more down. Okay, so we have just about 12 inches and just about 16, so a little bit more. Okay, let's check this out. Ah, that was my buggy. That was Max, who just turned 15 2 days ago. So he can say whatever he wants. All right, let's see how that goes. Yeah. All right, I think we're good now. So now the real test. Cutting these into 16 pieces. So I'm gonna line this up perfectly with, oh, those are my birds coming. So we have as long as these are good.
A few moments later.
All right, so we're a little past the inch, but that's fine. So 3 by 4. So 3, is that right?
A few minutes later.
To make sure. I'm like afraid to pick it up because I don't want it to break. I'm trying to get these measurements perfect, people, you know?
A few inches later.
Okay, so 3 inches. Wow, they're small, is that right? 3?
3 days later. 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
Many months later.
All right, people, we figured it out. Math is hard in this house. Just kidding. Okay, so we just want to make sure this is perfect as possible. She says 3 by 4. I'm not there yet, but I don't want to risk pushing this out anymore with the roller because it's getting warm and we don't want to mess up these hand pies, but let's see. All right, so go. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. Okay, so we're off by 4. That's fine. Not a big deal. Although, is it? We'll find out, people. Okay. All right. So our next step is to take, let's see. Oh, in a small bowl, we're gonna actually mix together our egg and some milk, and then we're gonna brush the edges with this. See, some of them, I might pat some of these down a little bit more as I get the party started. Okay. So we're gonna brush the edges. So I don't like these as much. So let me just pat this down a little bit. Okay. So we'll get the edges. All right, edges are done. Now we're gonna take that cream cheese mixture that we used, or we made earlier, and she says to use about 1.5 tablespoons and to put it directly into these. And we're not gonna do all of them because the other, you know, we're gonna do what? 7, 6, just kidding, 6. So we'll put the mixture in 6 of these. You're gonna spread it out a little bit. Oops. Okay. I have all this extra, but that's fine. You know, what are you gonna do? All right, I'm gonna wash my hands and then we're gonna start putting these together, and then we're gonna use our fork and our fingers to push the edges together to make a nice firm seal. Then we're gonna throw it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes to chill before we throw it in the oven. All right, it's time to combine our 2 pieces of dough. So I am gonna take this piece, throw it in here, use my fingers to kind of mesh it together. I'll go back with the fork after I combine all of them. So let's get the rest of these going. Okay, let me move this up a little bit. They're definitely bigger than what they should be, I think, or at least, actually, I don't know. All right, so these now go in the refrigerator, I think, for about 30 minutes, and once they're out, we'll do a quick glaze on top and then throw them in the oven for about 10 minutes. So let's get these in the fridge. All right, so it's been just about 20 to 30 minutes since we've put these in the refrigerator. Let's get these bad boys into the oven, but before we do so, we're gonna prick the tops so that the steam can come out. I know what my error was when I was rolling this out. I should have used more flour to really get it more expanded. So my fault, no big deal. But let's brush some melted butter on here, which I have right here. And we're gonna brush these with the butter. And then we're gonna add some cinnamon sugar on top. Okay, butter's gone. No butter left behind, right? So we have our sugar and we have some cinnamon. I'm gonna mix this all together. Oops. And then we're gonna sprinkle. There's a lot of sugar in this thing, so be careful. I'm not even gonna use all the sugar because it seems like too much, but make sure the cinnamon's on there. All right, these are all ready to go. We'll throw these in the oven for 25 minutes and then check them out. All right, guys, it's time to take out our sopapillas. They look good, they smell amazing. All right, so we'll let it cool for a couple minutes and then we'll try them out. All right, y'all, it's time to try our Sopapilla Hand Pies. They smell really good, so I'm gonna blow on it out just a little bit to cool it down. Okay, it's amazing. It tastes so good. Knowing that there's that much sugar in it though, I'll probably make them a little bit smaller, or even what I might do is take a small muffin tin, you know, the mini muffins, and maybe use the dough in there and then throw the mix on top and then with a little dough on top of that, just to make it a little bit more bite size, because it's overwhelming how much, you know, the sweetness, but it's really, really tasty. I will definitely make these again. I'm definitely gonna make sure I get the right sizing because I do think that's important to, consistency, but I really, really like these. I love the filling. Please check it out. And if you do, I'd love to hear what you think about it. Thank you so much for coming by as we made these Sopapilla hand pies. I'll catch you next time. Have a good day.
I told you. I won. I was like, are you sure you want to try it? She was like, yeah, it's fine.
You know what it is? I took too big of a piece.
No, you know what it is?